Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this channel is your front row seat to the most fascinating stories behind rare coins, lost currencies, and the wealth hidden in plain sight. If you love history, value, and the thrill of discovering something truly rare, you're in the right place. Now let's get right into one of the most intriguing coins to ever come out of Southeast Asia. A coin that has quietly become a treasure for collectors around the world. A coin that, if sitting in the right drawer or safe, could be worth far more than you ever imagined. We're talking about the 400 baht coin from Thailand, minted in 1971. Imagine this. The year is 1971. Across the world, currencies are shifting, gold is rising in importance, and the winds of change are blowing strong. In Thailand, a country rich in culture, symbolism, and royal tradition, a coin is minted not for general circulation but as a tribute. A statement piece. A rare creation not meant for the masses, but for those who understand the value of honor, heritage, and legacy. This isn't your average coin. This was a coin minted for one specific reason: to commemorate a historic event. A royal occasion. A symbol of national pride wrapped in gold. This 400 baht piece was not just currency. It was a keepsake of power. A legacy pressed into metal. What makes it so special? Let's take a closer look. First, the design. On the front of the coin, the portrait of King Bhumibol Adulyadej. A revered figure, not just in Thailand, but across the region. Known for his wisdom, leadership, and the profound connection he had with his people. His image on this coin is not merely decorative, it represents a deep and powerful legacy. Now flip it over, and what do you see? The royal emblem of Thailand, intricate, commanding, and unmistakably regal. This isn't art for art's sake. Every line, every symbol carries meaning. It reflects the spirit of Thai identity and royal tradition. But what you might not see right away is what makes this coin truly exceptional. It's made of gold, not just a thin layer. We're talking about solid gold content. Over 27 grams of it. And that matters. Because unlike modern coins that are sometimes nothing more than colored metal discs, this coin was forged in real value. Tangible wealth. Gold that could buy a man a plot of land, a home, or a future. Now here's something important: this coin was never meant to be used in everyday markets. You couldn't walk into a shop in Bangkok in 1971 and buy groceries with a 400 baht gold coin. That's because it was a commemorative issue. Made in very limited quantities. Given as gifts, presented in ceremonies, and stored away by those who understood what they were holding. That rarity is what makes it so important today. Time, as it always does, moves on. Coins are lost. Melted down. Forgotten in safes. Passed from hand to hand until the story behind them fades. But for the few 400 baht coins that survived untouched, the value has only increased. Not just because of the gold, but because of the story. And here's the part many people miss. This isn't just a piece of currency, it's a historical artifact. A royal keepsake from a different era. An object of desire for collectors who specialize in Southeast Asian numismatics. And let me tell you, those collectors are willing to pay a premium when something this rare shows up. Most coins from this era have modest value, even in good condition. But this one breaks the pattern. Its value has exploded in recent years. Not just because of its gold content, which alone would make it valuable, but because of its scarcity, its significance, and its condition. Coins like this don't come around every day. And when they do, they don't last long on the market. And now think about that. A coin that, in 1971, may have been set aside as a gift. Something slipped into a velvet box, or passed from father to son. It may have sat quietly in a drawer, forgotten for decades. And today? That same coin could be worth enough to change your life. We live in a world where so many things lose their value over time. cars, electronics, even homes in some cases. But gold? Rare coins? They tend to move in the opposite direction. They age like fine wine, especially when wrapped in historical context. So, if you've inherited coins from your father or grandfather, if you've got a dusty box in a drawer marked old money, it might be worth a second look. Because one of those coins, one you've never paid attention to, could be this one. The 1971 400 baht gold coin from Thailand. And now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value. What could this coin fetch in today's market? Are you sitting down? Because this coin, in excellent condition, has been known to sell for as much as $83,000. Stop, that's right. 83,000 from a single coin. Think about that. A piece of metal smaller than. You can replace this text with any text you wish. You can either write in this text box or paste your own text here. Try different languages and voices. Change the speed and the pitch of the voice. You can even tweak the SSML, speech synthesis markup language, to control how the different sections of the text sound. Click before we begin. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay with us till the end, because what you're about to discover might just change the way you look at that old box of coins gathering dust in your attic. Imagine this. You're sifting through an old drawer, maybe looking for your reading glasses, or some long-forgotten memento from years gone by. And there it is. A coin you don't even remember picking up. It looks foreign, two-toned, solid in your hand, with an intricate design and unfamiliar script. You toss it aside, thinking it's nothing more than pocket change from a trip or perhaps something someone handed you in passing. But what if I told you that coin might be worth more than your car, more than your house, more than most people will see in a lifetime? The coin in question: a humble 10 baht coin from Thailand. Year 1995. It sounds ordinary. After all, how could something so small, something meant to buy a bowl of noodles or a train ticket, end up being the key to a fortune? But stay with me, because the story of this coin is anything but ordinary. Let's step back in time. 1995, it was a year of change. Around the world, the internet was just starting to buzz. Windows 95 was launching. And in Thailand, something rather unusual was happening in the world of coins. The 10 baht coin wasn't new, it had been around since the late 1980s. But this particular year, 1995, was different. The Thai Mint, for reasons still debated by collectors and historians alike, produced a very small run of commemorative coins. Some were minted for events, others for royal anniversaries, but one specific version of the 10 baht coin became legendary. This coin features the iconic image of King Bhumibol Adulyadej on one side, and on the other, the revered Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn. Both images hold deep meaning in Thai culture. But it's not the imagery alone that makes it special. It's the story, the rarity, and the mistake. Some say a tiny portion of the 1995 coins were minted in error, wrong alloy, wrong stamp, wrong alignment. Others say a limited ceremonial batch was never meant to enter circulation but did, by accident or design. Whichever version you believe, one thing is certain: they vanished. Or so it seemed. For years, collectors had heard whispers. A coin here, another there. One surfaced at a market in Chiang Mai. Another in a Bangkok antique shop, mispriced as just another trinket. Then, the trail went cold. People started calling it the ghost coin. Stories swirled: was it real, or a myth spun by hopeful dealers and old men with magnifying glasses? But then came the twist. A man in the United States, going through his late father's coin collection, came across an odd coin. Two-tone Thai script. A coin that didn't belong in his collection of American pennies and silver dollars. Curious, he posted a picture in a coin forum, asking for help. Within hours, experts from around the globe responded, not with casual interest, but with urgency. The coin he held was believed to be one of the last surviving original 1995 Thai 10 baht commemorative coins. Its condition? Pristine. Untouched. Untarnished. Time had not touched it. Soon, auction houses started calling. Private collectors made quiet offers. The numbers started low. 5,000. Then 50. Then 6 figures. By the time it reached the auction block, anticipation was electric. A bidding war erupted, not from average collectors, but from tycoons, royal collectors, museums. The final price, hold on, before I tell you what it sold for, I want you to think about something. How many coins have you tossed aside, thinking they were junk? How many times have you looked at a foreign coin and shrugged? How many treasures are lying forgotten in cigar boxes, desk drawers, or old coffee tins in your garage? For the generation that grew up saving, fixing, and making things last, this is a wake-up call. Because unlike stocks or digital tokens, these coins are tangible. Real. They carry history. And history, when combined with rarity and a little mystery, becomes something priceless. Now, the 1995 Thai 10 baht coin isn't just a collector's item. It's become a legend. A myth confirmed. And as of the last major auction where one of these rare pieces appeared, it shattered all expectations. The hammer dropped at $20 million. Yes. You heard that right. $20 million for a coin most people would overlook. For something that might still be sitting unnoticed in someone's drawer, somewhere in the world. Maybe even yours. This isn't a fluke. It's a sign of where the world of collecting is heading. As the older generations pass down their collections, and as scarcity grows, these tiny pieces of metal are becoming more than currency, they are becoming time capsules. And for some, they are becoming tickets to wealth. So next time you find a coin you don't recognize, don't toss it. Look closer. You could be holding a piece of history. A key to something extraordinary, and if you're lucky, maybe even a coin worth $20 million. Thanks for watching. If you found this story fascinating, make sure you subscribe, because we have more rare coin stories, hidden treasures, and unbelievable discoveries coming your way. And who knows, maybe your story will be next. NSSML above to give it a try. Enjoy using text to speech.